Hello everyone, we are from Group 5. Today we want to presentations a topic about best practices using LMS such as Edmodo and Schoologhy. This one, the names of our group members. Okay, in this presentation we will discuss some points such as the introductions, systematic and update course content, online presence, variety and engaging topic, start burning questions, interact with students, regular feedback, note students, some personalize, be accountable, and the last one is conclusions. Okay, for the first, I will to explain the introductions. Online learning has become more popular in the education sector. It became as a trend for an alternative approach for teaching and learning, especially during this pandemic. Repanta et al. 2020 argues to ensuring success and effectiveness in online learning includes good communication skills, creative design, and engagement for students. Student engagement in online learning could enhance student excitement, improve student encouragement to learn, and increase student experience in online learning. In their research, Christensen et al. 2012 state that the student engagement is explained as an interest, curiosity, and passion by the students, complicity in the teaching and learning process that involve to behavioral, emotional, and participation of the students. According to Martin and Bolliger 2018, strategies for student engagement are proposed as providing positive student experience, sharing material sources, create and submit assignments, and incorporating case studies and reflections. Teachers, assistants, and communications provide the student with an experience in interaction in online learning. To encourage more active engagement, identifying a range of learning modalities would appeal to a wider range of students' learning experience with varying the ways students interrelate with the material, classmate, and the teacher that could encourage student experience and increase learning outcome. It based on Bana et al. 2015. Concerning the students' engagement in conducting online learning, the presentations will more discuss how to create student engaging activities in online learning, especially using LMS such as Schoologhy and Edmodo. The first one is systematic and update course content. There are significant challenges from students because lack of acknowledgement of time that is required to learn systematically and designing online learning. Khan et al. 2017 state that it's necessary to design an effective and systematic online course that involves accurate planning, ample resources, and devote time responsibility as well as proficiency and mastery in learning. In the context to utilize Schoologhy and Edmodo, the teacher can be utilized design and conveying online classes. The teacher can use course update to create announcement in the course, post update to quickly communicate brief messages for the students. Utilizing appropriate materials in online classes is great and effective to provide content accurately. Good practices for online learning expansion include utilizing interactive materials designed with accessible outcomes providing informations and delivering informations into proper and systematic sections, and then effectively participate in the discussions. The second one is there is online presence. According to Prisma 2014, improving presence in the online classroom involves combining audio and video, participating in discussion board, and providing feedback and sharing personal experience. In the utilizations of Schoologhy and Edmodo, the teaching and learning process depends on teachers' preference, where the teacher includes some equipment to promote students' learning. It emphasizes teacher cognizance of pattern organizations, facilitations, and immediate interaction in the online learning environment so that educational educational aim, educational aim can be fulfilled. In, in particular, teachers prepare online learning by providing introductory videos, create discussions, answer email promptly, and maintain the teaching presence. If Schoologhy and Edmodo are used appropriately, the online course program will expand a greater sense of community and leads to become students' outcome. The next one, there is variety and engaging topic. Swan 2017 state that online environment brings challenges for the external students, especially deliberations around student engagement, access, community, and support. A challenge from the teacher to find a platform that can effectively promote and extend perceive on online among students and the teacher, while also expanding their skills, confidence, and capabilities in using the online forum. Considering solving the problems, kind of learning management systems (LMS) such as Schoologhy and Edmodo can support the teacher to implement a variety of online activities which encourage the education system. There are several steps that teacher can do in encourage students to participate with the learning content. It's based on clt.estate.edu. For the first is providing video introductions. The teacher can be creating a short videos that introducing clearly material for the course. The video provide an effective way for online teachers to teach content, in, incarnate the learning experience that encourage student engagement with the course material. The second one is build activities incorporate active learning. Through many instructional strategies, teacher can learn how general classroom activities can effectively combine with technology. Students can support by participating in many activities. When the teacher uses Edmodo or Schoologhy, it can provide occasion to design learning activities that enhance student engagement. To promote involvement, students need to comprehend the material, be active engagement, and capable to study the material. Students can pause the discussions to obtain the feedback, and then beside this, various methods of involvement such as utilize audios and visual also can be utilized to facilitate students discussions. And the third one is accessibility of course material. Having course materials that do not create do not create constraint to learning is needed for students in online learning. It's essential design online learning courses for accessibility. Students can engage in the course material. And Edmodo and Schoologhy provide students with access to materials, course sources, and are designed to allow direct access to learning. Direct access to learning courses. However, we still consider the other students' learning strategies that can create students' active engagement. Okay, for the next, we will be present by Santi. Thank you.
Alright, thank you so much for the time that has been given to me. And now I would like to continue to the next part that is about burning questions about the topic. As we know, in these current situations, online learning is a very important and it is the best way to conduct learning process. Internet technologies that has been provided give possibility to keep the educational activities on the right track and still focus. It also have been supported by LIM 2014 4, the technology can, but in the same part, technology cannot ensure students' engagement and participation. It means that there's possibility of the students not interested to join the class. So that's why here teachers have to initiate or try to have strategies to support students' learning by increasing students' motivation and interest to take a part in the learning process. One of them is asking students to share their burning questions about the content topic. Burning question here means that ask students or give students chance to ask questions related to the topic. It can be the confusion or they just want to add knowledge related to the topic and they ask questions to their teacher or to their friends. This burning questions strategies is effective for non face-to-face settings. It encourages and forces students learn and to engage students to share their knowledge, opinions, or their experiences. This strategy encourages students to recall as well what have known and activate their prior knowledge. When students give videos or images and give a chance students to share their questions related to the topic, actually immediately students will recall what they know, what they already know related to the topic or images given. In the context of Schoologhy and Edmodo, actually here, teachers enable to share the content and start the communicative discussion in the below of the space. We can see the pictures. There is space here the teachers can share opinions or ask students to share their questions, discuss about something related to the images and videos or materials that have been provided. Second one, it helps students to construct their readiness and interest to the context topic with the related with their daily life or their experiences actually can construct students readiness and interest to the material that will be discussed. And the third one is about Edmodo. It's already stated by Al-Sadi 2015, state that Edmodo is the online learning system that increase students' contribution of between um, interactions, students, and their teachers. It also have been supported by Rama and YU 2019 state that Schoologhy provides spaces for teachers and students to create interactive communication in the form of asking questions, knowledge exchange, or doing discussion. It also can be done through this space. Students or the teachers can ask questions, or students can ask questions, give like more knowledge, informations related to the what they have known to their friends. And then the next is interact with the students. You know, when we doing teaching and learning process, interact with the students are very essential. We need to know what exactly the teachers already have what the students already have and what we need to add, and how we to handle those kind of students during learning process, especially in online learning. So interaction and communications are essential elements of online learning environments in which more emphasizing on the teamwork. So here, interact with students actually can increase the teamwork, how we support each other to understand or in the right track during learning process. They are the first. Students are expected to do a lot of works, activities. Facilitating with the good interaction is very important. With the good interactions, and when they face some difficulties, when they do learning process, do learning activities or teamwork, when we interact with them, they can share what the difficulties that they face, how to how we can solve those problems together with the students. Another one is by interacting with the students, it helps them bridge the gaps that students find with the content and within other students, as has been supported by Birch 2002. And the last one is specific interactions can be created through feedback and evaluation. Interact with the students is not only can be done through the discussion section in the Edmodo or Schoologhy, but also can be done through feedback and evaluation. The feedback can be done through the messages and also during learning process directly to the students. So this kind of feedback evaluations are very important for both to teachers and the students as well. In the context of Schoologhy and Edmodo, we can see that when the students give opinions here, the teachers can directly give opinions or additional informations. This is the way how we interact with the students. That's why here Schoologhy and Edmodo are very useful tools or applications to interact with the students. The benefit of using Schoologhy and Edmodo already because we already facilitates with features that enable students to share their opinions, discuss certain topics, and give any feedback. The second one is the feature commands that's provided in the Schoologhy and Edmodo. It is enable the teacher to create good interactions between students and the teachers during learning process. And the next one is regular feedback. It already explained before by giving feedback and evaluation actually can support students to engage during learning process. Another one is regular feedback. So the first, ensuring the accuracy of the content, acquisition, and students' performance and understanding. By giving regular feedback to like we can ensure the content that has been done, it has been explained, whether students understand or not, and how students perform their knowledge related to the topic given. So we can give feedback related to it. The second one is providing them with guidance, coaching, and modeling of learning goals. As I said before, when they doing a lot of activities, sometimes they face difficulties during learning process or during their activity. Regular feedback can make them understand what they need to improve, what they need to develop related to the skill that they have already had, and then facilitating students with social interchange and building relationship. A regular feedback actually how we create a good relationship with the students. We give students additional information. It can facilitate students with social interchange and good relationship. The next one is increasing students' motivation to contribute in online learning and maintaining their focus on learning activities. Here, students can motivate more because we give feedback so students know what exactly they need to improve. And then the next one is providing students with useful information for improving their course and their abilities. Here, by giving regular feedback, students can improving their course and their abilities because they know what they need to improve, what they need to develop based on the feedback that's given by the teachers. So in this Schoologhy and Edmodo, feedback can be given individually through the personal messages features that has been provided here. So here the example how we can communicate with the students, or when they submit something, we can give a comment in this kind of site, in this kind of place, privately or individually. And the second one is giving regular feedback in the discussion session about students' work. It can be done in the space of discussion section. It means that students just only give individual feedback, but they also can see or review another feedback that will given to their students. So they can observe what exactly the teachers want to do, or the purpose of learning process based on a different kind of result of the work of their friends. And then students have, all right, the next part is students have possibility to view their friends feedback. It's already explained before that when we give feedback to the students through the students work in discussion sessions, we can openly give feedback. It also can make students learn more or reflect with their friends' work. It's very important, it's very useful for students to know what exactly the teachers want related to the assignment that's given, and then which part they need to be developed. It's not only about what they have gotten, but what their friends got, so they can like more add knowledge based on the feedback that's given by the teachers to their friends as well. All right, so the next part will be explained more uh, with my friends. Wisma, time is yours.
Okay, thank you. And I will continue the presentations. Um, the next step that the teachers have to concern in order to create best practice in LMS, especially Edmodo at Schoologhy, is send personalizing. And we know that in LMS, the interactions occurs mostly is for the teacher or by the teacher and to a group of students. And we know that providing personalized communication to the students is also important, although conducting one-on-one communication in virtual environment may be challenging. And it is necessary for the teacher to share the progress and give the students feedback personally. So based on Richardson and Newby on 2006, that they mention giving personal information or interventions to the students can help the student to achieve their goal. In this context, using Edmodo and Schoologhy, the teacher can give personal information or personal thing through the personal message feature that will be provided. So in this screen, you can see that there are two platforms, Edmodo and Schoologhy. So this platform is provided a personal message feature, and then the teacher can utilize this feature to uh, conducting a personalized thing or giving a personalized instruction to the students, and maintaining this good personal interaction to the students will have the teacher understand the problem. And if the teacher found that there is something important and need to be taken into considerations, that the teacher can give the student a feedback, because sometimes the student is reluctant to ask the teacher, especially in online learning. And the next thing is not student who don't participate. And we agree that it's difficult to maintain an interactions in LMS, especially for the students that are not willing to be participate. And creating awareness and engagement with the students in online learning context is become one of many challenges that the teacher face during the online learning. And this situation also happen in all level of educations, including university level. And yeah, we as a student also uh, know that participating in online learning is very difficult if the the teacher can create an engagement through the material or to the student. And then considering to this issue, we as a teacher have to have a strategy in order to handle the students who don't want to participate in online learning. And in asynchronous learning platform like Edmodo and Schoologhy, um, this phenomenon is commonly happen, and I have a lot of research that say that the students is uh, uh, not active in the discussion in the LMS, and then considering to these things, so there are several steps that the teacher should do in order to tackle this thing. Okay, the first thing is find out what is the problem. As we know that in online learning environments, not only the teacher, the student also finds a lot of challenges like connectivity, gadget, and the other problem that may let them into uh, cannot participate in online learning. So before before take to the action, so the teacher has to know what really the problem that is faced by the students, and then the teacher firstly have to collect information. At least the teacher can ask their friends, and the second thing that the teachers can do is contact the students through email or WhatsApp. And even though the Schoologhy and Edmodo have provide the feature, the personal message feature, and if the student is does not respond through this platform, the teacher can contact the students through the WhatsApp or any other applications that enables the students to make a communication with the students that has a problem. So contacting the students using other platform is also needed. And after doing this, the last step that the teacher should do is conveying what really matter with the students, or what is happen with the students. And when communicate with the students, so the teacher have to show belief and care, no judgment. And in order to do this, there are several things that the teacher should do. The first one is provide reason why you message them, tell them what is the problem, and then after that, the teacher can ask them what is the problem that faced by the students. And then after that, the teacher can tell them what should the students do in order to fix their grade, for example. And the fourth one is tell them the consequences and what if the student take the action, and what if the action is taken. And then the last in confine the things that the teacher have to make sure that uh, she or he is delivering the information in conscious way. So it will not create a confusions. Okay, the next is be accountable with the score or grades. And yeah, in online learning situation right now, in this pandemic situations, and assessment must be one of our considerations in conducting online learning. So let's say that we provide a quiz or evaluations to the student. We have to regularly give the scores to the students, and every test in every time we conduct a test, and then we also give the students score or feedback. So we teach the students to be accountable, and also it is very good because the students feel that when they create something that the teacher is looking at their work. So all the evaluations must be clear uh, and accountable for the students, that make sure that the student can see their score. So later on we can avoid such thing like the students complain because why I got this score and why she got this score, uh, and we can avoid this kind of conflict by providing a what is then providing a proof on evidence through uh, the platform. Like we can use the feature in Edmodo or Schoologhy, or we can uh, record all the scores and also tell to them. And this is very good in creating a good uh, relationship with the students. Okay, now we jump into conclusions. Creating best practice using Edmodo and Schoologhy require basic understanding of how design a good material and engage students in online learning context, like what we presented before. So as a teacher, you have to pay attention to the what we deliver right now, and then we can neglect that sometimes it's very hard for us and it's very exhausting for the teacher. And then Edmodo and Schoologhy is a kind of LMS that has become a useful tool to communicate, share, and assess the teacher. And these tools really help the teacher in order to get expected outcome in online learning, especially in these pandemic situations. And at the last, through these two platforms, we have that we can create a meaningful learning to our students. Thank you.